Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Fantasy Show. I, Jordan McAdoo, and Danny Kent will be presenting you with our Week 1 boom and bust list. To start off with the booms, my first boom was Amari Cooper. Cooper had a very impressive start to the season. He saw 16 targets and caught 13 of them in a tough matchup against the Buccaneers. He racked up a total of 139 yards and 2 TDs. Dak passed the ball 58 times and completed 42 of the passes. If we continue to see these type of numbers from Dak, then Cooper will be seeing the ball a lot this season. Cooper is definitely a must start in all leagues. Next we have Deebo Samuel. In a thrilling matchup against the Lions, Deebo caught the ball 9 times for 189 yards and a TD, scoring a total of 31.9 fantasy points. He had an outstanding performance and looked healthy. The only issue I see here is consistency. There are weeks where he will play great like this, and then he might have a game with only 3 receptions for 20 yards. Next, we have Tyreek Hill. In the Chiefs' exciting Week 1 matchup against the Browns, Hill played an exceptional game. Tyreek had 11 receptions for 197 yards and a TD, totaling to 37.1 points. One of the receptions was a 70-yard bomb from Patrick Mahomes. He sees a ton of targets, so he is a for sure lock to start every week. Next, we have Darren Waller. I think Waller has the potential to outscore Travis Kelce this season. Looking at his game against the Ravens, he had 19 targets, which is an absurd number. Derek Carr literally forces the ball to Waller, which isn't smart football-wise, but great if you own him. He finished with 105 yards and a TD. And lastly, we have Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey had a great first game back after not playing much last season due to injury. He rushed 21 times for 98 yards and caught the ball 9 times for 89 yards. He is a great PPR player. Finished with 27.7 points even without a touchdown.
Starting off with the bust from Week 1, we have the entire Packers offense. In a surprising and embarrassing loss for the Packers, their whole offense was a bust this week, particularly Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. Aaron Rodgers' 1.32 point performance was a disappointment to say the least. He finished the game with 133 yards and 2 interceptions with a 36.8 passer rating. Aaron Jones' 4.2 points wasn't much better than Rodgers. Jones had 9 yards on 5 carries and 2 receptions for 13 yards. I wouldn't be too concerned with this Week 1 performance. The Packers will get it together this week against the Lions. The next bust we have is Najee Harris. The rookie running back did not have an ideal first game. The tough Bills defense gave Najee problems all game. He had 16 carries for 45 yards and only 1 reception. Don't look at this as a problem for Najee. There were positives that came out of this game as well. This game showed how much the Steelers are going to utilize him. He's the only running back in the NFL who is in on 100% of the offensive plays. Najee will have an easier game against the Raiders, and you can expect more production from him. Next up is Mike Evans, another player who had an unfortunate Week 1 performance. Evans only had 3 receptions for 24 yards. With such a high-powered offense, this performance wasn't exactly surprising. Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin had over 100 yards each, and Gronk was just shy of 100. For the last bust, we have Mark Andrews. In an exciting Week 1 Monday Night Football matchup, Andrews did not have much of an impact. He only had 5 points on 3 receptions and 20 yards. Lamar does love to throw to his tight ends, and Andrews will produce in weeks to come. Don't be too upset with Andrews' Week 1 performance. Expect a better week against the Chiefs.
Thank you for joining us on episode 2, and we'll see you next time.